first carry now for Kareem Hunt. He'll have a first down past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before it could even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On 4th down on is Colby Wadman now to punt. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. 31 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Buying time to his left. Pass to him, he's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Simmons. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game?
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now a handoff looking right. It's a foot race. The 20. And in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Lining up for the point.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 7.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken in the end zone, and it will come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Well, that's complete. Now to goooooooo. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Denver.
Back to throw now on 1st down. They'll find his man, Laviska Shenault. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Yards on the pickup.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
He throws there, incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, and it's 3rd and short.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
16 yards.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw here. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards there and a first down.
7. And the Broncos first down.
These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. And the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. They'll set up a throw. They'll buy some time right. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. First play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
39-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for them.
Now back to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now they try the right side here. Nowhere to go that time.
32.
He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Allen's first catch, good for a first down. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete, and he'll get it down here to the 43. That catch good for only a couple.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. The 2nd down throw on target. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35.
85. That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll take this one down to the 36. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Here we go on 4th down. This is going to be close. That knock looks a little short, and he didn't get there. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he completes it to Hunt. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 16 yards, a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Forced out to his left. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking for Albert O. Albert Okuebunam was the target there. That'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again. Hunt rolling to his right. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. On the move to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. That's going to be caught by Judy. And the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll look to throw again. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And we're going to get a timeout. With 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. Not much there, only a yard.
2nd and goal.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
The Chargers going to get the football first here in this 2nd half, and they trail as we get back underway. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. Charger drive about to get going. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense has got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. And they give this time to the tailback. And running with power here. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So a first and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43. Right back to him on first down. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Going left side here, and it's complete. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. They get a good chunk of that penalty yardage back. A gain of 15. Second down.
At the 37-yard line.
Four receivers now. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Second down and 4. Going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 28. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. They run the counter now on first down. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I hope we're giving enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Montez Sweat.
That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a second and 13. On play action, they'll throw. And his throw is incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver. And it results in an incomplete pass.
The reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on third and long. It's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
A 27-yard attempt.
And Lutz's kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
Yeah, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Complete.
Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
It leads to second.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
First down, Denver.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw here. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
3rd and long.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. That's complete. A quarter for now. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That one is caught by Hunt. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple at its 2nd down. Back to throw. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
For the Bronco field goal, a 32-yard attempt.
And McManus able to put it through.
He is good.
And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, pushed their backs clearly against the wall.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And they set up the screen. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
At the 47-yard line.
They're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. They'll get that complete to Alberto. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain there of 21 yards. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
44-yard line.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. They run again with Hunt. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now a toss running left, Hunt. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Brings up 4th down.
The Broncos Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
The Charger drive about to get going. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Will Parks, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
They go down to a knee and a sigh of relief as they are into the win column for the first time this year.
And there it is, Brandon, taking a knee. They get their first win of the season. They're now 1-3. And I remember when a 1-3 start meant you didn't even talk about going to the playoffs. Nowadays in the NFL, you still got a shot.
Yeah, and a big difference between 1-3 and 0-4.
I think they're going to practice really well next week, riding this momentum of this win.
Mess around and put that thing up where your permit. 6 figures every year, yeah.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.